I'm just sat enjoying the music, Jen. I don't know what people are viewing. I'm just enjoying sitting back listening to the classic epic fail music. Jen was looking at me over the top, telling me it stopped and I'd resumed. But I believe, Jen, everything's fine and that we're officially streaming some 140,000 content. Right in time for the intro ending, I may add. How are we doing, folks? Hope you're looking after yourself, whether you're joining us live or not so live. If you are joining live, as I've mentioned several times on the Discord, best behaviour. I've not done a live show for quite some time. As you know, I've kind of created two small children, which are taking a huge toll on my physical health, mental health, and ability to do any shows. But I'm going to do my best to fire in the odd show during the day. And I'm going to take a particular notice of stories like this, which I love talking about. Warmer 40,000 cheating stories are just the golden egg. Like I just could sit and talk about this all day. And the LSO, I keep wanting to say LVO, but it's not, is it LSO? They've really treated us, lads, to a double whammy of cheating excellence, which we're going to get into details and talk about very shortly. But I'm very interested in those of you that do join us live, and I appreciate two things. First of all, this is very last minute. I think I just put something in the Discord yesterday being like, I'm going to do a live show tomorrow, like out the blue. And a lot of you are thinking, wait a minute, didn't Paul just quit the show and other people running the show? Listen, I'm still around. I'm just backseating it. And there are two reasons why we're doing the stream today. One, I just really want to talk about people cheating in 140,000. It's my favourite thing ever. But two, there is a live show tomorrow with Tim and Nick, who I don't know if those of you know from the Discord or from the general Brighton community. They're just two nice lads, but lack morals, can't really be trusted, and are probably going to completely destroy everything we've worked hard towards. But they mean well, so I'm very happy for them to take the honour's not the right word, is it? Burden of the channel and see what they can do with it. I will definitely be watching tomorrow night at home with screaming children and vomit on me. But Jen will be producing the show, so we just wanted to make sure everything works. Jen did something I've done so many times on the show, which is a 3-second stream where you click go live and then you go, oh, it's not gone live, and you press go live again, but it ends the broadcast, which those of you, again, who've been watching and known me for a few years now, I've done that so many times, lads. It's unbelievable. Hi to some of the folks in the chat. Brandon, Corporal, I know it's been a while. I've seen you. You look like you've had a tough paper round. Thank you, Brandon. The sands of time are outside if we want to sit them and spin them. Jimmy Jefferson. Good to see you, my friend. Jen, could you just hit the normal men soundboard thing? Because I haven't heard it for a while, and I would like to hear it, please.
We're just normal men.
Just let it run, Jen. Just let it run. Right.
What do you mean, normal men?
It's normal men, Jen.
We're just innocent men.
So nice to say that. Right. Let's get this screen up, Jen, and let's get into the details. There's two, like, this. I know this is a big event. Like, I think the LSO is like 300 plus players. It's like one of the biggest events going, right? It's absolutely enormous. But to have two, like, excellent cheating scandals back to back is really quite impressive. And it's gone from a tournament that I've never heard about to literally my favourite thing. Oh, no, I haven't turned the Nightbot thing off. Jen, right, there's two things that could, don't worry about it. There's two things that could go wrong. There's this stupid Nightbot thing that I don't know how to turn off. So it starts moderating people if they swear or whatever. And then there's this other thing that it's people super chat, and this isn't a thing to try and get people to super chat, but there's a chance that Tom Green in his pants will appear on the screen and you'll get this like mad soundboard thing. So sorry to you, Jen, because it's really loud. It's like absolutely blast you in the fucking ears. You'll be like, Jesus Christ. Then a man in the pants will just appear on the screen. Yeah, great. It's great fun. It's great all around. Oh boy, look at some of these characters in the chat. Good to see some of these. Good to see some of these names. Accused 40k cheater loses spot at Warmer tournament. Tim and Nick talked about this on the show last week. It's a great story. Some of these triad tournament organisers thought this guy's cheated like fucks loads of times, but he's done his time, so let's let him back in the event. But great idea. Instead of just banning him, what we'll do is we'll do an opt-out policy. So if you're drawn against him and you think, I don't want to play some cheater, you just opt out and he has to play someone else. Interesting idea. Not great for people that are going to the first tournament and don't know these guys are... Oh, shit. Show me Tom in pants. If it doesn't come up, I'm sorry. It wasn't a scam, Brandon. Okay, there we go. So, turns out that's still on. If anyone wants to see Tom Green in his pants dressed as someone from Vanguard Tactics, then super chat and it'll pop up. apologies to anyone who's offended by the image or the sound. So what these guys decided to do is they decided to have an opt-in, opt-out policy of playing this Joker, which is just so fucking stupid anyway. Because, like, well, we talked about this in the show last week. That's just like arranging a normal game. Like, you just don't want to play someone. No, I don't want a game. Like, did he just stand around? Anyway, it was an absolutely stupid idea. But loads of people kicked off. And then this guy, Big Jake, he went on Reddit and did this apology, which I'm going to read, which is excellent. Reddit's obviously the best place for 40k hell content. Hi everyone, Jake here, VP of Frontline Gaming and Head of Events since early July 2024. Since stepping into this role, I've been deeply involved in rebuilding our event operations from the ground up, starting with the Cherokee Open 2025. Part of that work included implementing stronger integrity measures, such as, I love the way this is inverted brackets, such as that protecting the integrity of the game guidelines found in our player packets, which no one fucking reads, and reinforcing supporting how our judges and our TOs approach enforcement firmly but fairly. To clarify, the decision to allow these players return was not made lightly. Can someone find out what he did, by the way, or remind me in the chat? How did this guy cheat again? What did he do? The individual in question was issued with a 1-year suspension from all FLG events in early 2024 by our leadership team. Fucking leadership. That suspension was served in full. As part of their return, they accepted full responsibility, expressed it's like a probation review. It's like a fucking probation review, and were placed under a strict final warning. Okay. With LSO now part of the Texas Championship circuit, we ensured that all actions taken were in line with those standards as well. That said, with over 320 registered 40k champs players at LSO, it has become clear that the players' return, regardless of their intentions, has led to an overwhelming... Right, first of all, it's their fault, because why? So this guy cheated, and then they went, well, we're going to let you back onto the circuit. We're going to let you play the event, right? You're allowed to come back in. You're allowed to play the event. But rather than just letting you come in like low profile and just listen, just start playing again, we're gonna create an opt-out policy so everybody knows and starts talking about the fact you're a cheater, and you basically become this massive 40k internet controversy. Maybe they should have just let him come back and play and not said anything, and because we all know people that have cheated. So I'm not sure it was the best idea to let everybody know. That said, and it's a stupid idea to do the opt-out thing, but whatever. With over 320 registered 40k champs players at LSO, it's become clear that the players' return, regardless of intentions, has led to an overwhelming response from the community. Well, I mean, it was just a load of people moaning on Reddit, but it's not in line with our mission to create... Wait. It is not in line with our mission to create an inclusive, enjoyable and safe environment for everyone. What? Shouldn't that be where am I reading this, guys? Jen, am I reading this wrong? It is not in line with our mission to create an inclusive, enjoyable and safe environment for everyone. All right, I haven't finished the sentence, Jen. That's always a good... I've heard that's a good thing to try and do when you're reading someone's statement. You should get to the end of the sentence. We'll try that again. And safe environment for everyone. If any one decision risks undermining the experience of the rest of the attendees, including the individual returning. Therefore, we made the decision to have the player withdraw from the event to protect the well-being of all parties involved. Protect the well-being? Jesus Christ. He's only cheating. This outcome is unfortunate and not the one we hoped for, but we believe it is the right call given the broader impact. I want to clarify one additional point. The opt-out option that some players referenced online was never an official policy or part of our event structure. It originated as a personal courtesy extended to one concerned individual, which then unintentionally snowballed to the community. I'm sincerely sorry for the distress this situation has caused, and also to the individual who had hoped for a path forward. We remain committed to handling these matters with care, fairness and transparency. I'm reading this bit very seriously, while always putting the player experience for which is what you can expect at FLG events. Thank you for understanding. I look forward to seeing everybody for a great... So what happens to this guy now then? Is he just rebanned forever? Or is it just this event? Like what does this guy do? Jen, if you just drop the screen again so I can just get some of these lads' comments up on screen. So what did he do? What exactly did he do? I heard he was saying his opponent's models when they weren't looking. He was eating his opponent, Brandon. He cheated by talking to his opponents about War Machine and making them cry. Right. Does anybody actually know, rather than just winding me up? He should have to wear a sign saying, I'm a cheat, Brandon. So this is the same bloke he did a video on before. I don't think so. I don't think... What, is he a guy that's already cheated and I've done a video on? Is his previous cheating extravaganza something that I've covered? I don't know. I kind of hope so. I kind of hope we're following the saga of this guy cheating. But it seems a bit of a unusual... Like, what? Like, I guess the question, and this article in Spiky Bix is kind of asking that. You can go back to this, Jen, if you want. Is like, what do people want to happen? So this guy's caught cheating. All the suggestions then in the chat were very, I don't know. Well, so the thing is, Ice Wolf, like they didn't release his name, did they? There's this big thing on Reddit, and they tried to make it so that nobody knew his name or what he'd done wrong. But I'm sure someone in the chat knows. No, Mr. Hatch, that's the next cheating controversy, mate. There's two. That's the post one. This is the pre one. All this happened before any dice were even rolled. But I guess the question is, what do people want? So this guy gets caught cheating. Oh, I think I remember what it was. He's a Tau player, and he was making up data cards. That's it. He was making up data sheets. He was making up rules for his models with, like, I think there were fake sheets. But by the way, this is hearsay. It's probably untrue, and yeah, don't sue me. It's probably not true. What do I have to say to cover my back, Jen? Allegedly, he was making up data sheets and information. That's quite bad. In terms of how bad can you cheat, that's probably one of the worst types of cheating you can possibly imagine. But people make mistakes, guys. You know, we live in a world where people commit crime and do terrible things. People speed. You shouldn't really speed. I bet some of you have sped and got a ticket or got banned for a bit, or some of you ended up in court. And I know some of you have done time. You know, like, yeah, you're reintegrating into the community. What do you want from these guys? If someone cheats in 40K, is that it? I mean, you know, they've got this strong policy that they've enforced. Can he not come back? Is that it? Gone forever? Because I wonder what they're going to do in the next event if this guy actually wants to play. I guess he's got to change his name and disappear. But this caused like a massive dumpster fire, basically. There was lots of people saying, well, you know, if someone does the time, they should be allowed back to the event. Other people saying, that's it. Once you've cheated, you can never come back. Little quote here. I'm not throwing shots at Spiky Bits, by the way, but these articles that they're churning out feel very ChatGPT. One community comment nailed it. Some players who screw up can and do rehabilitate, but that only works if the organisation has clear upfront policies about how and when someone gets back in. And I think that, yeah, they've said, to be fair, Jake admitted that in the statement, there was no intent to hide anything, but the lack of structure left a vacuum, and the internet hates a vacuum. But what I don't really know what the answer is to this is, guys, but like, we can probably, and don't put names in the chat, wargaming crime is serious, Brandon. You're not wrong. We all know people who've cheated at events and kind of like done their time, and everyone's got a bit angry at them, and they've like gone away for a bit and then they've come back. In fact, there's the UK player. Have you just put a name in the chat? I heard he was caught hanging out the back. No, I'm not reading that. Brandon. Is that one of those out the back of a... I don't know who that is. Oh no, Looney's in the chat. Jesus Christ. Welcome, Looney. Kind of. Good to see you, mate. Brace yourself, Jen. Get the moderation button ready to yeah. Jen's. She's got the mouse in her hand. She's ready to rock. But what, like, we all know these characters who've gone away and cheated and done the time. There's a guy who wears the fucking GoPro, right? Jen, this is how ridiculous it is. People are playing with small toy models on a table with dice, and this guy cheated so much that now he has to wear a camera on his chest. And he films every game he plays at a tournament. Jen's laughing right up. He films every game he plays at a tournament just so he can be sure that he didn't cheat. So people can be like, show me the footage. Yeah, serious stuff. Serious stuff. So, you know, in the same way that like people get tagged, don't believe it. People get a tag similar to that, innit? Like, all right, well, I'll wear the camera and then you can prove I've not cheated. I kind of think that like 40K, no offense, there's a lot of people that cheat. I think this is like, I mean, I think there's a very serious percentage of people that bend and push the rules in 40k. And we'll see from this very event, there was more cheating out the back of it. And I think there should probably be more done to stop people cheating and catch people cheating than just have this like outright banning. Because, you know, everybody loves a good redemption story. Or I've got some other rather wilder suggestions we can put at the end. But I'd love to know what some of you guys, genuinely guys, no, not trolling, you're Jake, right? Congratulations, you're Jake. Frontline Gaming head of events. What are you going to do? Like, what do you do with this guy? You just ban him forever. What if he genuinely saw the error of his ways? Jen, can you put it back on me so I can bring the chat onto the thing, please? I need like a nod or like some kind of thing, don't I? Or like a twitch or whatever. What you guys saying? Ice Wolf, I know. I moved my models with my water bottle and the cheater dice heavy 6 and one in the toilet. And mate, I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole of telling Jen about the toilet dice. Maybe another time. Imagine giving 40k cheaters an ankle monitor. Listen, Brandon, I'm up for it. Once a cheat, always a cheat. Maybe so. So this didn't go down particularly well at the time, but they obviously did what they could to repair the damage, but it wasn't exactly ideal. What's really fun about this is after the event, there was another cheating controversy. Jen, if you can go back to the thingy. And this one is great fun. So after the event, exactly the same event takes place. And then you should look at this. I've read this so many times. It's such a fun. In fact, I've got the actual one on Facebook. This is great. This is great. Looney, thank you very much for a £5 super chat, my friend. It probably means I have to read this out. I smashed a kid who was cheating on me last week. Looney, I smashed a kid who was cheating on me last weekend. Get your mind out of the gutter, Paul. I'm talking about toy soldiers. Very well done there, Looney. Hence the pause. I thought, Jesus Christ. Thanks for the super chat. You now got to see Tom Green in your pants. Should really tell Tom that he's still on. Because it was a while ago that I actually put a Tom Green in his pants in the system. James Carmona, Frontline Gaming Community Facebook page. Superb paragraph. I can't apologise enough. Whenever someone starts any post with "I can't apologise enough," you know that you're in for a good read. I found out that I cheated every single one of my opponents at LSO. What a fucking sentence that is. I found out. When, James, did you find out? Is my immediate reflection and question. When did you find out? I found out I cheated every single one of my opponents at LSO. I played the entire event with a Hell Brute that was not, I love the way he's capitalising, not in my list, all 6 rounds. Brilliant. I'm not making any excuses. This is completely my fault. I'm so embarrassed, and it kills me to know that both my opponents and all the other attendees, both your opponents, you played 6 people. We just played the same person over and over again. And all the other attendees were affected by my inability to put models on the table that match my list. Fucking hell. It's tough, isn't it, having to put tables on your model that match your list. Oh, we should add that this guy came 3rd, right? So this is not just some fucking 10 pence Charlie that's gone to his first tournament and gone home and gone, oh shit, I had an extra Hellbrute in my list. I've messed up. Hellbrutes are quite good, Jen. Jen's like, it's a big model thing. Speak. It's not like it's not a Hellbrute, like, maybe I'll get Hellbrute up. Jen, could you drop the screen just in case I type something wrong? Yeah? Look at, this is a Hellbrute, right? Imagine accidentally images. You go back to it now, Jen. Look at this. I mean, it's not like a tiny little. It's not like a tiny little thing. Do you know what I mean? It's a serious piece. Those of us that have played Space Marine 2 will be very familiar with ripping the heads off those things. Right. He's so embarrassed, and it's completely his fault. I'm so embarrassed. It kills me to know that both my opponents and all of the other attendees were affected by my inability to put models on the table that match my list. It goes without question that I'm dropping from the event standings. And I submit myself to the scrutiny of the FLG and the community as a whole. I'd be careful there, mate. Don't submit yourself to scrutiny of the whole community. I'm disgusted with myself. I understand if you feel the same way. Now, obviously, Facebook is, Facebook's full of lunatics. It's like Reddit. Like, there's many nice gems in here. But Jake's response is great fun. So this is the same guy, and I like Jake. Jake, if you do watch this or someone sends it to you and goes, some fucking northerner was ranting about you, then I think you're a good guy and I think you're doing your best, which, what more can we ask? But this is superb. Following the public apology from James, who originally placed third at the UK Champs Best General regarding an army oversight, a list oversight reported well after the event concluded on Sunday, we've reviewed the matter carefully with the head judge, Adam, and the TCC admins. Now, before we carry on, let's review it just as normal men. Jen, soundboard.
We're just normal men.
Thanks, Jen. Thank you, Jen. Well timed. So let's not carry on reading Jake's statement. Let's just think about, like, I'm going to sing some of the chat. I'll come back to the chat in a second. Give me 10 seconds, chat. Let's imagine we're in charge of the event, right? Let's decide what we're looking at this, and this guy comes forward and he goes, I can't apologise enough. I've cheated every single person that I've played at an event. Okay, I've literally 6 games. I've cheated absolutely everyone. You go, okay, well, thanks for letting us know. The immediate thought that comes to my mind is you're going to get, like, the problem that James has, obviously I'm fascinated by cheating in 1/40,000 and it comes in lots of different forms, but these are the best cheats because these ones, they're as soon as you cheat like that, you're going to get caught because eventually someone is going to chat about how a game went with you and they're going to talk about your list. And then they're going to go, what, he had 2, 3, how many Elbrooks did he have? Oh, no, that's, hang on, wait a minute, that's not right. So it's one of those brilliant cheating events where after he's come third at a 320 player event, he's done pretty well, right? This guy's a really good player, apparently. Like, he knows what he's doing. He's not some chump. And he's gone, oh no. Like, people are going to talk about this, right? It's going to come out. So as much as you can go, fair enough for coming forward, it's not like he's gone, I was using a loaded dice and, like, no one realised and I just want to come forward and let everybody know. And you go, Jesus Christ, well, fair enough. Like, you've proper cheated. No one's noticed. I think this is sort of cheating where eventually someone would work out that you've cheated. So I'm thinking, a little bit cheeky. And if you've, like, 75 hours, if you've come third at a 320 player event, you're going to be really good at the game. You're not just like some random person. So I'm thinking, I don't know about you, chat, but I'm thinking, like, how did you not realise that you had an extra model in your army? Like, not only did you play 6 games, and you must surely you looked on the app at your list. Surely, like, you had the app up and were just checking things. Surely your app was open like every game. How did you not go, oh crap, I think I've got an extra Hellbrute? But the beauty of this, when I think about it, if I was like, what do we do about this guy? How bad's this cheating? There's some beautiful psychology here where, like, maybe he realised, like, game 3 or 4. Like, maybe he's like 3 or 4 games into the event and thinks, oh no, I've got an extra Hellbrute on the table. But he just thinks, well, I'm just going to ride it out and see where I finish. And then if I do really well, I'm probably going to have to say something. But, like, if I kind of bomb and don't do that well and I come... Because if this guy came, like, 30th or 40th, he's not going to post on Facebook, is he, going, I've cheated everybody. He's just going to go, oh, I'm glad. I hope that went under the radar. It's because he's come third. So he's come third and thought, I'm going to have to say something. I'm going to have to say something before someone else talks about it, or, like, Tactical Tortoise, or someone, like, does a list review thing. And someone goes, hang on, he had an extra Hellbrute when he played me. So I'm kind of skeptical of. It feels like a bit of a cheeky incident of cheating because it's 6 games. He only realised when he went home. Right. Anyway, chat. Jen, let me get the chat up again. What's some of you characters saying? Are you being a bit kinder than me? I feel like I'm in quite a sort of I don't know, ruthless mood with these cheaters. I've not really got the time for them. Stu, hello, mate. It's good to see you stream. Good to have you back. It's very uncomfortable. Someone called me daddy. Oh, it's because I've just had twins. Okay. I thought you were, I thought it was like a weird For the weird thing. Hi, Daddy. Oh, you mean hi, Dad? Yeah, I've got kids. I am loony. Yes, I've got children now. Brand says, amazing what you can do. 2,130 points. Yeah, not surprised. Telly says, right, Telly, take a good behaviour deposit off the players. They lose it if they cheat. Act like a clown or smell horrific. There's like a smell. Who's doing the smell test, Rob? That's a great idea until someone in the team has to be like, I got to go sniff all these players. Also keeps out the poor. Looney will approve of that. Oh, this is no Tilly. We're inclusive people of all classes. Okay, it's actually on his best behaviour. He's doing very well. Doing very, very well there. Carl says, apparently one of the lads he beat would have won the event if he'd won, so moving people up one spot doesn't do a whole bunch. That sucks. That's really rubbish. So some guy that he beat could have won. Ugh, was it streamed? I don't know, Tilly. Sorry, I can't see the name because the text is too small. Omnipulus, welcome, my friend. I'm a lot more critical. Not only was it over 6 games, but it's hard to believe then when a Hellbrew is so pivotal to pack-bound zealots. That's not something you just forget, not a model so pivotal. This is my feeling, mate. Like, how you're a good player to cheers, Jen. You're a good player to come third, right? You're not just some random person that's thrown a list together. Listen, if that's your first ever event and you've accidentally put in it, whatever, fine, who cares? Learn from it. Maybe tell your mates and they can take the piss out of you. Don't go on Facebook. But if you've come third, you have definitely been playing that list for a while, right? You definitely have got used to that list. And for you to casually be 130 points over is a little bit ridiculous. So I feel like this is high on the how bad a cheating could you. And I'm super skeptical because he's only recognised it after the event. If this had have happened like game 3 and he'd have said to the judges game 4, I'm really sorry, I've messed up. And they go, okay, fine, well, you know, or whatever. All your 3 games that you played are all auto losses, or you just, I don't know, what. Fair enough. I think if you told a judge game 3 or game 4, I think that's genuine. If you wait till after the event to then post some bizarre statement, well, it's not bizarre, it's fun. I find it funny. To post a statement, oh come on, I'm super skeptical. We appreciate James's honesty. He's just okay. We appreciate his honesty and promptness in coming forward. The resolution here is thankfully straightforward, with the final placings moving up by 1 position. Our corrected 3rd place best general winner is Justin Moore. Well done, Justin. No one cares. You're not the event, mate. You didn't get that round of applause. Sorry, that's really harsh. Well done, Justin. It is unfortunate that the list inaccuracy was not noticed for any of the 6 games. Jake, it's not just unfortunate, it's very surprising, isn't it, that he didn't notice for 6 entire games. This serves as an important reminder for everyone to check lists before and during their events to help ensure a fair play experience for us all. It's also an important reminder to not cheat anyone. If you're thinking of taking extra models to an event, don't do that. It takes a tremendous effort to host and judge tournaments of this size, and it is simply not realistic for our staff to validate and physically verify every single model and points value in every army. Good idea or suggestion, though, is if maybe just do some of the top tables, or like the people that are in the top 10, or I don't know. We're all human beings and mistakes happen, and errors like this do happen. Identifying them as early as possible is the best way to minimise their impact. In this case, however, this is my words, not his. It was after the event. So, in terms of impact, I'd say it was quite high. As Carl said, one of the guys he beat could have won the fucking event. Like, unlucky. Not anymore. For those interested in the details, I am. Adjusting event scores manually would create large-scale hypothetical changes based on a scenario where James had not played all 6 rounds. Final standings in best general are determined by wins, OGW percentage points, and extended blah, blah, blah. James' completed games significantly influenced opponent scores. We also ran the scenario in BCP with James scored 0'd out, and the outcome for 1st, 2nd, 3rd place remained exactly the same as our solution. Good news all around, everyone. We are grateful for James's sportsmanship. We are grateful for James's sportsmanship. Let's just go back up. I can't apologise enough. I found out I've cheated every single one of my opponents at LSO. I've played the entire event with a Hellbrute that was not in my list in all 6 rounds. We're grateful to James for his sportsmanship, to our judging team for their careful review. This is mental. It's not sportsmanship. He's just cheated. He's just cheated 6 people and completely mashed a bunch of people's standings at an event. And the judges' team, you guys missed it. We're grateful to James for his sportsmanship and to our judging team for their careful review and to our community for supporting each other and the event. Many thanks to the hardworking judges who this year were just one exception, all part of the local Texas community. We are also incredibly thankful to be part of the TCC this year and look for blah, 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 blah. LSO, blah, 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 blah. What a fun statement. We're grateful to his sportsmanship, and he's cheated absolutely everybody. Jen, let me read some of these characters, see what you lads have got to say about it, because I think that is great fun. I think that's great banter. Ice Wolf, even like this in the USA, they're very expensive, I think. Here in Europe and Netherlands, they're small. And, you're talking about the Hellbrooch thing. Anybody got any... Black Crow, how are you guys doing? I've not seen any Black Crow guys for so long. Don't you even notice, but we're not streaming the UKTC events anymore. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but we were spending thousands of pounds and hundreds of hours streaming UKTC, but we're not doing it anymore. So Black Crow, I've not seen any of you guys for a good few months, but good to see you in the chat. I hope you're doing well. You're all looking after yourself. You are a wonderful bunch of lads. Don't know the guy personally, but fair play doing it as public as he did. Like, he probably realised early in the event, and then the guilt for being... Yeah, mate, I agree completely. I think he realised and thought, well, I may as well just play the event through and see where I come, and if I end up doing well, I'm going to have to say something. Looney, I'm just going to read this straight in, not pre-reading it. Wish me, look, we should be means testing these cheating scandals. If they are National Living Wage, they should be given a second chance. If they have generational wealth, banned for life. Very good. Ice Wolf said, if he had a paper hardcover of his list, it would be harder to unsee. I blame technology. Here's the thing. What I don't quite understand about these cheating things when it's like a model-based thing, right? So let's say you're playing this chump at the table. You sat opposite him, he's there with his fucking 6,000 models or whatever. And do people not go like, can I see your list on the app? Can I look at your list? And he could look through and be like, hey, mate, hang on, mate. You've got, looks like one of the best models. You've got an extra one in your list. I think you've got an illegal list. How do you do 6 games with no one looking and no one checking? In fact, that would just be like that would just be the easiest way to stop this happening, right? That all you have to do is you do an announcement round 1, and you basically say to everyone, we've factored in an extra 10 minutes of the round, and all we want you to do is look at your opponent's list on the Warhammer app and just check if it's within points, and just check the thing, and then if it's not, then we'd kick them out of the event. So, is it that difficult? Maybe it is. What type of archetype cheat are we looking at here? Paul Daniels. This could be a Paul Daniels. I think it's a Lance Armstrong. I think this is a Lance, because I think he knew. I think he's one who works at Blacks. Yeah. Absolutely top cut list should be verified. Jesus wept. Agree. JS. All right, matey. Good to see your name in the chat. What's the biggest unit you think would be at sneaking? Angron is probably out of the question. Maybe a Great and Clean one. Great and Clean one would be pretty impressive. I find a Hellbrute impressive to sneak in. Like, Great and Clean one would be... I want to put my glasses on for the lights, but I'm not going to be able to see the screen. Great and Clean one. Well, this JS, you kind of touch on an idea that I have. Right. And I kind of think about this with Olympics. I think Frankie Boyle has done like some stand-up on this. Not that I'm trying to be funny here. This isn't like some kind of bit. But, people that cheat, dope in Olympics, how fun would it be if you had an Olympics where it's like just full-on cheating, like just literally take whatever you want? I think Frankie Boyle has a bit where he's talking about, I want to see someone go like as fast as they possibly can, like give them all the drugs. Maybe we could do events where like people can just cheat, but if you catch them, like, I don't know, you get points. Maybe just let all these, maybe we just have like a Wild West event where, it's kind of part of the game. Blackcrow, how did 6 opponents not realise? Don't know, mate. I do not understand how they didn't get caught out. But it is absolutely excellent. Jen, if you just go back to, hang on. I've just managed to get my actual Facebook up, actually. So if you just go back on the other screen, rather than doxing. not doxing, but like you don't want to see some of the people I'm friends with. Oh, I've lost the link now. I can't just click the link. Maybe if I do that. Oh, I wait to go on the actual Facebook page. Oh, maybe I can still find it actually. No, never mind. I wait to see. Oh, here we go. No, hang on. 2 seconds, Jen. I want to see people. Yeah, cool. You can get back up again now. Let's see what the community think, man. Let's see what people. Let's see what people. There's 23 replies to Big Jacob. Dominic Gerber was playing for the first 6 games due to his opponent win percent. I understand that. Blah 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 blah. I think the main thing is people are pretty annoyed about this. You obviously get the odd comment of someone being, "Oh, look at this. What is it with Texas and cheating?" Controversial. Going 6 over list and having extra model added is wild to me. Me too, my friend. Oh, here we go, Telly. This is your sort of thing. I vote you wear a pink tutu next year. This kind of like shame type thing that you wanted. People have to maybe they get branded or something. But then this is what they were doing. This sort of touches their thing of like opting out, doesn't it? Like we'll kind of let everybody know that you've cheated, and then you can decide to not play. The thing that is just generally funny about this whole chat, I think, is, and Jen, maybe this is what's going through your brain. If not, maybe you could say, you would hear this and think, it must be quite serious. So I mean, like, there's people getting banned. There's like these public apologies. There's like all this drama. It's very like, you think like this is quite a serious thing for people to be like banned from events, or that, you know, it's a big thing. What's so fantastically amusing about this is no one wins anything. Like the person that came first will have got like a paintbrush and a trophy. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's literally it. That's it. It's like you get like just a lump of a thing that you put on a shelf. It's not like the guy's going, "Oh, I'm glad we got that cheater. He won like 20 grand prize." No. You don't get anything. But I find them endlessly fun, and if you can go back to normal screen, endlessly amusing, these cheating scandals. I think they're absolutely brilliant. And I always love to see the tension point play out of judges not really knowing what to do with these people. The divisive responses from the community. Some people that just want them outright banned and disappear and never be able to play an event again. Other people kind of love the redemption story. But I think the main thing that I always sort of conclude on with any of these things is that there needs to be tighter rules on stopping cheaters. I think 40k lends itself to cheating because it's very complicated. There's so many moving parts. The games are very long. There's just lots of dice rolling. There's loads of opportunities to cheat. But I mean, that kind of is what it is. But there are definitely things that people could do in the community that would clamp down on this and just educate people on what cheating looks like and how to avoid it. The cheating scandal, I'm gonna. Hopefully it's not too late for me to go into this one in a bit of detail and do it in a future show, but there's a superb cheating scandal, Jen, you like this one, where a guy had a dice that had 2 6s on it and no 1. So like basically just, no 1 and 2 6s, and kind of played the whole event and then realised at the end was like, "Oh, you never guess, I've been playing with the cheating dice thing," and and then kind of apologised, and people were like, "Oh, at least apologise." And also I think, well, why have we even got dice with 2 fucking 6s? Like why have you? How's that happened? You know what I mean? It's like getting caught drunk driving. Like, I mean, you put the alcohol in you've drunk the beer. You know, like, "Oh, you never guess I've been caught drunk driving." "Oh, how unlucky, poor you. I'm glad you've come forward." Well, you put the dice in your bag. Anyway, lads, it's been really fun to have a good. Has the night been well behaved? Oh, it's just been shouting stuff. Let me read Telly's comment if you go back to the screen. Would players find it unsporting to check a list at the start of the game? Is it against a new social contract of being super nice? This is the tension point, isn't it, Telly? It's a fun, casual game where you don't want to upset anybody, but at the same time, you've got people taking advantage. And, you know, if you got to the table and you said to your opponent, "Right, I want to just check your list," I think most people would be like, "What? You're not judged. There's nothing wrong with my list, mate. Why are you checking my list? Why are you checking my list?" Black Crow Gamer says they were stashed on a trolley. Mikey's, thank God no cash prizes except Mikey's events. Or does Mikey give away cash? You know, he had a full set of those dice. They were stashed on a trolley. And mate, we've got. I'm gonna have to do this next week. We're gonna have to delve into the dice cheating thing. I think the last one, Jen. We'll sort of sum up. There's another super. We can't really drag this one up because it's been talked about too much. But there was someone who had dice that always rolled a 6, and they got caught and they threw them in the toilet at the event. And there's this amazing picture of just like 2 dice in the bottom of a toilet with like it's fucking toilet dice. It's a super. 40k cheating is just great value for money. It's just really interesting. These like characters, you know, paint the models, go play an event, and just the odd little see what they can get away with. Odd little bit of cheating. It's a wonderful subject. Lads, thanks for joining us, chatting about this. I don't see any suggestions as to what we do about it. I don't think anyone has a solution to this. I think it sort of taps into that debate and thought that we have around a crime generally. And as someone who studied criminology, it's very much of interest to me. But this idea of like, person X has done a bad thing, what do we do about them? And like, anytime you put that discussion to the public, let's say someone gets caught nicking something, you get, you know, people chop their hand off, through to people being like, it's not their fault, like they're having a difficult time or whatever. So I think it's a similar thing. Like, people do these cheating events, and then when you open them up to community feedback, you just get kind of a bit of everything. You get all these like mad responses, and it's very difficult for tournament organisers to control it, and it's very difficult for people that have cheated. Rob, why don't you just join us now? What time is this not right? I messed up on the time. I said I was doing it at 4 o'clock, but we did it at 3 o'clock. Well, we did it at 20 past 3, and it's daytime, so like it's more under the radar, ish. Under the radar ish. Georgia. I'd say Georgia isn't over the moon about me streaming, but you know, there's logic. There's logic to it, guys. Cam says memberships for ITC, court, cheating, etc. Can't register events. Surely it's like so surely it's like you get caught cheating, you have to publicly state that you cheated. Like it becomes known that you cheated. There's like a shame ritual attached to it, not in like an awful way. You know, don't have to don't go too far, but people know, by the way, this person was banned and this is why they were banned, and you just let the community know in a public space. And then surely they just do the time and then they come back. I kind of like that, the redemption idea. And you would just actively be vigilant, wouldn't you, if everybody kind of knew someone cheated, I think. Return to the old world. All right, matey, hope you're doing well. Not seen you for a while. With most events being run independently means there isn't much that can be done. It's not like there's a governing body which can take action. True, mate. Although these guys, I think these guys run a bunch of events, don't they? Like having a fishing license. Could be like a fishing license. Maybe it's like a 3 strikes you're out type thing. You know, you're like, right. I don't know. Looney, how are the androids anyway, Paul? I can imagine oil changes for 2 droids is stressful. They're the best thing ever. They're ace, and I love them both with everything, but there's probably one too many of them. 2 is a lot of upkeep. It's a lot of oil, mate. It's very intense at home. Evening for you. Right, lads, I'm gonna wrap things up. We are doing a live stream tomorrow. I'm actually not involved, so it might be on time. Sometime around 7, 8 o'clock. And it's going to be Tim, and it's going to be Nick, and I believe they are interviewing Brandon for ownership of the admin. It's an awful idea. Brandon should never have any responsibility of the Discord. It would be a complete, and utter disaster. But apparently that's what they want to do. But that's fine, because I said they could do it. So yeah, what will be will be. But I'm sure it'll be a great show. It'll be lots of fun. I'll be joining from home in the chat with some. What I'm sure is nothing short of a wonderful contribution, like many of you. I'll be watching that, but they'll be live tomorrow on the channel around 7ish. I will likely be back for another stream soon, probably talking about cheating. I am going to talk about War Machine. I know people don't want to talk. I know people don't want me to talk about War Machine. I'll maybe do the odd War Machine video, maybe, and I'm sure it will go down superbly well amongst the chat. Black Hole Gaming, thanks, my friend. Ice Wolves at 7 o'clock, where it's 5 p.m. here now. Yeah, so you're an hour ahead, mate. So like 8, 9 o'clock. Wherever you are, yeah. It'll be on the channel, though. I'll put a link up and we'll put it. Yeah, 7 p.m. Epic Flail time, which is basically tomorrow evening at some point. Timekeeping is challenging for us, but there's a lot of moving parts. Lads, it's been really nice doing the stream with you all. I've enjoyed the chat. Jen and I have spent about 25 hours setting all this up beforehand. We've overcome about 19 technical problems in advance of tomorrow, so I'm sure tomorrow will go all smoothly because of all the work that we've put in today. If you're either of the people that I've talked about or mentioned in the video and you're offended or you're upset, that's absolutely fine. We have a really clear and sensible system for complaints and people that are upset. You get face-to-face interviews with Brandon. He's a member of our community and he deals with all complaints and challenges. So if you are upset by anything that I said, or you've been triggered by me calling you a cheat, then you can email us. It's epic.flail.podcast@gmail.com. Like I said, it gets forwarded to Brandon, and then you have an exclusive one-to-one meeting with Brandon where he chats through all your concerns. It's a really nice process, and then Brandon brings all the complaints back to me, and we do absolutely fuck all about them. But it's a great process, and Brandon's a cool guy, so you enjoy meeting him. Hit the music, Jen. Let's have the boom, 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 boom. Is there a save place? I don't know what that means, but I saw someone who can help you out in the chat. Callum, good to see you, my friends. Take it easy, lads. Don't end the stream, Jen. We'll do this really classy and cool thing where you just lower my microphone and, like we're in professional TV, just leave the music playing. Like, lower my